Okay, let's get into your reading, Scorpio. Okay, listen to me, please. You will never doubt anything ever again, because if you are watching this, okay, trust that this has found you for a reason. This is not a coincidence. You are so lucky. And I want to name what a strong promise that opening is, okay? You will never doubt anything ever again, because doubt is probably exactly what's been eating at you. The doubt about whether love will come. The doubt about whether you're enough. The doubt that quietly narrates all the fears you don't say out loud. And this reading is opening, okay, by aiming straight at that doubt, because everything that follows is designed to replace it with something solid, not blind optimism, but a genuine grounded certainty about where your life is heading, the kind of certainty that lets you finally exhale and stop bracing for the worst. So listen up, okay? Listen up. Watch until the end. I'm telling you, I have manifested that this would only find you if it is meant for you. You are going to have love. You are never going to be alone, like in this lifetime. You, as in you, won't die alone. Okay, and I want to stop right here, okay, on that exact fear, because if it landed for a reason. The fear of dying alone is one of the deepest, quietest fears a person can carry, and it's not really about death at all. It's about the fear that you're fundamentally unlovable, that everyone else gets the partnership, and somehow you'll be the one who gets missed. And this reading is answering that fear directly, okay, with a flat, clear no. You will not die alone. You will have love. And I don't want you to skim past that as just a nice line, because if that fear has kept you up at night, this is the exact reassurance your heart has been waiting to hear. You will have such a beautiful future with just so much love and so much happiness and so much joy. Even if right now it feels like you don't have that. Even right now, if you are alone, you are sad, you are single, you're in a situation, you don't know what's going on. If you feel uncertain, if you feel unsure, if you are just like, oh my God, am I going to die alone? The answer to that particular question is no. You will not die alone. You will have a partner, a companion that really loves you, respects you, and takes care of you the way that you would for them. A person that genuinely has mutual respect. Someone that you grow with. You don't grow apart. You grow with this person. I am telling you, this person is going to bring so much happiness into your life. And I want to slow down on the specific qualities the reader named, okay? Because they're worth holding as a standard, not just hearing as a promise. Loves you, respects you, takes care of you the way you would for them. Mutual respect. Grows with you, because notice, okay, that word mutual keeps coming up, and it's the key to the whole thing. Mutual means it goes both ways. You're not the only one giving. You're not the only one caring. You're not doing all the loving while they do all the receiving. It's balanced, equal. Two people pouring into each other. And I say hold it as a standard, okay? Because when you know this is what's coming, you stop settling for less of it. You stop accepting the one-sided situations, the people who take more than they give, the connections where you're doing all the work, because you'll know deep down that mutual is what's reserved for you, and you'll stop wasting your fullness on anything less. And I want to sit with that phrase, okay? You grow with this person, you don't grow apart, because it's naming one of the deepest fears under long-term love. A lot of people have watched relationships start beautifully and then slowly drift, two people changing in different directions until they barely recognize each other. And this reading is promising the other kind, okay? The kind where you change in the same direction, where growing up and growing older brings you closer instead of further apart, where the person beside you at the end is someone you chose again and again the whole way through. And I want to add something honest and hopeful about that, okay? Because grow together love isn't just luck. It's partly about who you become first. Two people grow together when they're both the kind of people who keep growing at all. And that's part of why, okay, this whole reading keeps pointing you back to your own growth. Because the fuller, more healed, more whole you become now, the more you become exactly the kind of person who can be in a grow together love, someone with their own life, their own depth, their own momentum moving forward. So the work you do on yourself, okay, isn't separate from the love that's coming. It's part of building it. You're becoming someone who grows so that when you meet someone who also grows, the two of you move through life in the same direction, closer with every year instead of further apart. The universe right now wants you to not worry about your love life. The universe right now wants you to focus on all the other things that you've got going on, because this naturally will fall into place. It will come into the course of your life. The universe is saying, listen, that's going to happen for you, but do not neglect other parts of your life. So, for example, if you are working at your career and then you're like, I really want to start this and I want to do this and I want to do that, but then you get sad because you think of your love life and then you think you don't have enough energy for, your career, for example, or other things. The universe gets upset. The universe is like, no, but focus on this because this is the time for that right now. I will bring love. Love is absolutely on the horizon. It's literally there. But I want you to do the things that you love. And I want to name why the universe is being so firm about this, okay? Almost a little stern. Because there's real care underneath it. It's not scolding you for wanting love. It's protecting you from letting the longing for love eat everything else. Because here's what happens, okay? When you fixate on the one thing you don't have, it can swallow your whole attention until the career you're building, the hobbies you love, the friendships, the personal growth, all get neglected because your mind is entirely on the missing piece. And then you end up with neither, no love yet, and a life you stopped tending while you waited for it. So the universe is redirecting you, okay, with love toward everything else, promising it'll handle the love part if you'll just go and live the rest of your beautiful life. Because you know what I'm seeing here in the future. You will be so busy and so happy in love. You will be with this person doing things, going places, that you will literally think to yourself, that time I had for myself. I wish I did more for myself. I wish I did all my hobbies. I looked after myself. I went here. I went there when I had the opportunity. I am telling you, your future self is literally screaming right now to enjoy your life right now, to enjoy the present. I'm telling you, because in the future, you will be so busy with your partner doing 100 million things, okay? That you will literally think back like, oh my God, I had so much time for myself and I was able to do all of those other things and I was able to put everything into work and I was able to just do all of those amazing things. Do it. Right now is the time for that. Do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is a message from the universe because everything has a time, okay? And I want you to really hear this, okay? Because it completely flips the story you might have been telling yourself. You might have been experiencing this single solo season as a lack, as a waiting room, as time being wasted until your real life with a partner begins. But your future self, okay, the one who's busy and in love and happy, doesn't look back on this time as wasted. They look back on it as precious, as a rare window of freedom and self-focus that they'd almost give anything to have again just for a day. So this time you're in, okay, isn't the empty waiting before your life. It is your life, a specific and precious chapter of it. And your future self is begging you not to waste it, wishing it away. And your future self is going to be like, I wish I didn't spend all that time, getting overwhelmed, getting upset, getting emotional, because it all just worked out. It all just worked out. I want you to comment that down below. It all works out. Comment that down below. Like this video and make sure you are subscribed to Moonveil Tarot. You must be subscribed, okay? Energy is energy. In order to be able to receive, we must be willing to give. I'm telling you, everything just works out. Right now is the time for spiritual growth. Right now is the time for money. Right now is the time for opportunities to work on hobbies for personal growth. Okay, and I want to sit with that list for a second, okay? Spiritual growth, money, opportunities, hobbies, personal growth, because there's a reason the universe is pointing you at all of these right now instead of at love. It's not that love is less important. Okay, it's that this is the season that's actually open for those things. There are windows in life where certain kinds of growth are available in a way they won't always be. The freedom to pour fully into your career, the space to explore who you are, the time to heal, to build, to become. And those windows, okay, don't stay open forever. The reader's whole point is that once love arrives, once life fills up with a partner and everything that comes with them, this particular kind of undivided self-focus becomes rare. So the universe isn't denying you love. It's urging you to use this specific window for the growth that this window is uniquely made for. Now, love is going to enter pretty fast, okay? Pretty fast. But it seems to enter in pretty fast after you have really put and poured a lot of energy into self-satisfaction within yourself, okay? Not wanting another person to satisfy you, not wanting another person to come and rescue you. But when you feel so satisfied within yourself, and you think, I did everything for my work, my career. I did everything and I did it myself. Boom, love comes in. Because one thing that I'm seeing is that when you have done this for yourself, the universe will be like, you've learned a karmic lesson, which is not expecting someone else to come and just randomly rescue you. And I want to slow all the way down on this, okay? Because it's the true heart of the whole reading, and it's worth understanding rather than just hearing. Love comes when you stop needing it to rescue you, not as a punishment, not as some cruel test, but for a reason that actually makes deep sense. Because when you're empty, okay, when you need another person to fill you, to complete you, to make you okay, you tend to attract from that emptiness. You cling, you settle, you accept less than you deserve, because any love feels better than the whole. But when you're full, okay, when you've built a life you love, done the things that satisfy you, become someone you're proud of, you attract from fullness instead. You don't need anyone to rescue you, so you can actually choose from a place of standards, of self-respect, of wanting to share your full life rather than needing someone to fix your empty one. And I want to give you a picture that makes this click, okay? Because it's the difference between two kinds of energy that people can feel before you even speak. Imagine two people at a gathering. One is quietly desperate, scanning the room, needing someone to notice them, needing tonight to go a certain way, or they'll feel crushed. And the other, is simply enjoying themselves, content whether they meet someone or not, full of their own life, their own stories, their own peace, not needing anything from anyone in the room. And here's the thing, people are drawn to the second one almost magnetically and slightly repelled by the first, even when the two are equally kind, equally attractive, equally worthy. Because need has a weight to it that people feel, and fullness has a lightness that people want to be near. So when the reader says become full, this is the mechanism. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about genuinely becoming the second person, the one whose life is already good, so that love, when it comes, is drawn to your fullness like warmth to warmth. You will be so full within yourself, for yourself, with everything you've done for yourself, that you are now full for the right person. This is very important. It's almost like there's some kind of lesson from your past lifetime. I'm telling you, this is the time for you. And the minute you have done everything for yourself, you feel so full within yourself to the point where you don't even need another person. Boom, that person comes in. I'm telling you, when you get to that place in your life, you will feel so powerful and it just all falls into place. I'm not even joking. I am genuinely not joking. You are going to be so happy in love, in your dream relationship, and it is going to be a testament to your strength and your courage. And I want to name why the not needing is so magnetic, because it can sound almost like a trick, like pretend you don't want it and then it comes. But it's not a trick, it's real. A person who is full, who is genuinely content, who has a whole rich life with or without you, is one of the most attractive things there is, because they're not desperate, they're not clinging, they're not making you responsible for their happiness. They're offering to add you to an already good life. And that's a completely different energy from someone who needs you to save them. The 10 of Cups. This is about, settling down, having that happiness, having that joy, having fullness and richness in your life, and feeling so content, so uplifted, so fulfilled. It is absolutely there in the picture for you. It is absolutely there to its core. And the 10 of Cups, shows a couple with their arms around each other, 2 children playing beside them, a home in the distance, and a great rainbow of 10 golden cups arcing across the sky above them all. And it is the single happiest card in the entire deck, the card of emotional fulfillment, of the loving home, of the completed, joyful family picture. And I want you to really take in, that this is the card that came out for your future, not a maybe card, not a hopeful card. The 10 of Cups, the picture of complete, settled domestic happiness, the rainbow after the storm. The reader said it's there to its core, and that's the card that proves it. And I want to say something about what the 10 of Cups actually pictures, because it's worth letting yourself see it. It's not just 2 people in love. It's a whole scene. A couple, arms around each other, children playing nearby, a home, and a rainbow of cups arching over all of it like a blessing from the sky. And a rainbow, only ever appears after rain. It's the sky's own symbol of the storm being over, of light returning after the dark. So the fact that this is your card says something about the shape of your story. You've had the rain. You know what the hard stretches feel like. And the 10 of Cups is the rainbow that comes after. the reward on the other side of everything you've weathered. So when the reader says it's there to its core, okay, believe the picture, the home, the love, the joy, the family, in whatever form is right for you, the settled rainbow after the storm completeness that the happiest card in the deck came out to promise you. I am telling you, you're going to have so much love, so much happiness, and so much joy that you can't even taste it or even imagine it right now, but you don't need to, because it will just happen for you. And when it does, you'll be like, okay, Moonveil, yes, it happened. This person is going to love your fullness. They are going to be like, wow, you went through so much, but you still kept going. You still kept working hard and doing you. They are going to love this embodied energy of yourself. They're not going to be like, oh, you want me to rescue you. Oh, you're only going to be happy if I'm with you. You're only going to be happy if I commit to you, because you have so much fullness. You'll be like, well, if you don't want to be with me, whatever. And they'll be like attracted to you, because you have so much fullness. The universe wants you to focus on fullness. Okay. And I want to draw out something beautiful the reader said there. Okay. This person is going to love your fullness, your embodied energy, the fact that you went through so much and kept going, because it means the right person won't just tolerate your history. They'll admire it. The hard things you survived, okay? The times you kept working, kept doing you, when it would have been easier to collapse, those aren't baggage you'll have to hide. They're the very things the right person will look at and respect. Your resilience becomes something they find beautiful in you, a strength they're drawn to, not a wound they have to manage. And I want to acknowledge something honest, okay? The reader said it too. This is a reading that might hit some of you to the core, and you may love it or you may not. Because being told to focus on yourself, to become full on your own first, isn't always what an aching heart wants to hear. When you're lonely, okay, sometimes you don't want to hear work on your own fullness. You want the person, you want the love now. And being redirected back to yourself can feel in the moment like being denied. But it isn't denial, okay, it's the opposite. It's the universe handing you the actual key, the real mechanism by which the love arrives. Not making you wait for its own sake, but showing you that the fullness is the doorway, and walking through it is what brings the love in. The easiest thing is not always the right thing. Sometimes we have to do the hard things. We have to, focus on ourselves when we don't want to. We have to work on ourselves, perhaps, when we don't want to. It's very, very important to do. Very, very important, because that is what gets you to your goal. It's what gets you to the goal. So in order to get to this goal, okay, first and foremost, be full within yourself first. Now, how can you do that? Healing any kind of trauma, any kind of grief, any kind of, dissatisfaction you have had that has made you feel unworthy. Perhaps you felt like the victim in your life. We want to become the victor. The victor, and I want to sit with that word, okay, victor, because the shift from victim to victor is genuinely the whole inner journey this reading is pointing you toward. And I want to be clear about what it does and doesn't mean becoming the victor, okay? Doesn't mean pretending the hard things didn't happen or that they didn't hurt. The victim and the victor went through the exact same events. The difference isn't what happened to them. It's the story they carry forward. The victim carries, okay, this happened to me, and it proves something is wrong with me, and I'm at the mercy of it. The victor carries, this happened to me, and I survived it, and it made me someone who can handle things and I get to decide what comes next. Same wounds, different power, and moving from one to the other is the healing that makes you full. And healing that, working through the trauma, the grief, the patterns that have repeated, the places you felt unworthy, is some of the most powerful and most worthwhile work a person can do. Because when you heal on that core level, you start to feel better in your actual life. You feel stronger, more revitalized, more confident, more like the full, whole version of yourself that the right love is drawn to. And a lot of the time, these lessons feel like they're from further back than this life even. Patterns you didn't consciously create, wounds that feel older than their events. And whether you believe that literally or just feel it poetically, the point is the same. You are the one in this lifetime who gets to finally learn the lesson and break the pattern. One of the biggest patterns to heal, is codependency, where your emotional state depends entirely on what other people do. For example, if someone isn't nice to you and your whole mood collapses based on their behavior, that's a sign your inner state is being held in someone else's hands. And the work, is bringing that back home to yourself, learning to be okay regardless of what someone else does, learning that your worth isn't up for a vote, that your peace doesn't depend on another person's approval. Because when your happiness lives inside you instead of in someone else's hands, that's fullness. And that fullness is exactly what the right person falls in love with. And I want to be really practical about this one, Because codependency can sound like a clinical word that doesn't apply to you, but the reader gave a very ordinary example, and it's worth sitting with. If someone isn't nice to you and your whole mood drops based on that, that's the pattern. And almost everyone does this to some degree, So it's not about shame. It's about noticing how much of your inner weather is being controlled from the outside. How a single cold text can ruin your afternoon. How someone's approval can lift you and their disapproval can flatten you. And the work, the fullness work, is slowly moving the control of your inner state back inside yourself. Learning to stay steady even when someone else is off. Learning that you can be okay whether or not a particular person is being warm to you today. And every inch you reclaim of that, every bit of your peace you take back from other people's hands, is another inch of fullness, another piece of the whole, magnetic, self-possessed person the right love is drawn to. And then boom, you get to your goal. Because you will be a healed, fuller version of yourself. You'll feel better. You'll feel stronger. The Four of Pentacles. Don't worry, it's all coming together. Four of Pentacles, it's already yours. It's destined to be yours. Do the work and it comes sooner. And the Four of Pentacles, shows a figure holding a coin tightly to their chest, one under each foot, one balanced on their head, gripping firmly to what is theirs. And here in this reading, it takes on such a hopeful meaning. This love, this future is already yours, already assigned to you, already held with your name on it. And I love the reader's exact phrasing, It's already yours. It's destined to be yours. Do the work and it comes sooner. Because notice what that does and doesn't say. It doesn't say do the work or it won't come. It says it's already yours. And the work just brings it sooner. So the love isn't conditional, It's not a prize you might fail to earn. It's already reserved, already destined. Already yours. The healing, the fullness, the focusing on yourself, none of that is you desperately trying to deserve love. It's just you speeding up the arrival of something that was always going to be yours anyway. And before I close this out, I want to leave a few things to actually hold on to, okay? The first, you will not die alone, loves. The reading opened with it, and the 10 of Cups confirmed it. The happiest card in the deck, the loving home, the settled, joyful future. Whatever the fear has been whispering, the answer is a clear no. Love is in your picture, to its core. The second, the love comes when you become full, not empty. Not by chasing it, not by needing someone to rescue you, but by building a life you love, healing what hurt, moving from victim to victor, until you're so full you don't need anyone, and that exact fullness is what draws the right person in. The third, don't wish this season away. Your future self, busy and in love, looks back on this time as precious, a rare window of freedom and self-focus. So pour into your hobbies, your career, your growth, your own joy now, because it all just works out. And this chapter is a gift, not a waiting room. And I want to answer why this reached you now. Okay, because that fear had been sitting in you, the am I going to end up alone fear, maybe loud, maybe quiet, but there, and the universe wanted to answer it, okay, plainly today, so you could stop carrying it, stop letting it steal your peace and your focus, and go live the beautiful life that is itself the very thing that brings the love in. I don't get the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles together, the happiest card in the deck and the it's already yours card, both pointing at your love by accident. This is already clear, okay? The opening confirmed you will not die alone. That mutual, growing, respectful love is coming. The universe's message confirmed to focus on your career, hobbies, and growth now, and let love fall into place. The fullness teaching confirmed the key. Love enters fast once you're full within yourself and no longer needing rescue. The 10 of Cups confirmed a settled, joyful, fulfilled home is there for you to its core. And the 4 of Pentacles confirmed it's already yours, already destined, and doing the inner work just brings it sooner. So let me lay this all out one final time. Okay, slowly, so it actually settles. You are not going to die alone, okay? Not in this lifetime. A mutual, respectful, grow together love is genuinely in your future, confirmed by the happiest card in the deck. And the way it arrives is through your own fullness, not through chasing, not through needing rescue, but through building a life you love, healing your wounds, becoming the victor until you're so whole that the right person is simply drawn to your light. And this single season you're in isn't wasted time, it's precious time, a window your future self will look back on with longing. So pour into yourself now, fully, joyfully, and the love itself is already yours, already destined, already reserved, and the inner work doesn't earn it. It just brings it sooner. One message: become so full that love is a beautiful addition and not a rescue, because the love that's coming is already yours. So claim it, loves. Comment below, it all works out, and let the universe hear you say it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, like this reading, and share the blessing with someone who needs it too. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You have carried a quiet fear, okay, maybe for a long time, that you be the one left out, the one who doesn't get the love, the one who ends up alone. And that fear has probably made this single season feel heavier than it needed to. And today the universe reached through the screen, okay, to take that fear out of your hands and tell you plainly, no, not you. You will be loved. You will be chosen. You will have the home, the companion, the joy, the whole Ten of Cups picture to its core. So stop waiting to start living, okay? Pour into yourself, heal what hurts, build the life you love, become the victor, become full, and trust that the love that's already yours is going to walk in exactly when you've become the fullest, most whole version of the person it was always meant to find. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.